The word manifest, it's used a lot, and it's okay because it's hard to explain these concepts. But sometimes I feel like it is implying that to a lot of people, they don't quite get the concept of like law of attraction, secret stuff like that. They think, oh, I can manifest this thing that I don't have. Well, you already have it. It's already in that space of variations. It's already in that matrix. It's already done. It's a done deal. You're just not in alignment with it. You're not on the right path, the right vibration. So until you get on the right vibration with it, until you actually live in that moment and you know, you meditate on it or you go about your day and you just feel like you are that person already, or you're in that scenario, you have that job, you have abundance in your life, that it's no longer external of you, it's no longer outside of you, it's no longer something you need to attain because you're already happy, you're already fulfilled, you already have it. You're already worthy of it, right? So it's wholeness, feeling whole and complete. So if you go about and you're trying, you know, oh, I've been trying to manifest money into my life and it's not working. Well, why is it not working? Just by you saying it's not working, it's not working. Because you don't believe you truly have that money. You might have subconscious beliefs that make you feel unworthy for having that money and being abundant already. And money is not, happiness is not necessarily money. Money is a symbol for something deeper. It could be stability. It could be freedom. It could be a number of other things, right? But we're taught, okay, money equals happy equals, no, there's plenty of people who have tons of money who are depressed, stressed out, unhappy. And then you could go to a third world country where people have almost nothing and they're some of the happiest people ever. So I don't like to use the word want, desire, because then it's implying that we're lacking it. So whenever we're lacking something, it's this need, it's this, I need to have this thing that's over there in order to be here and to be happy here. But really, everything we want, it already exists. And we don't comprehend it in our brain. We think in a linear fashion that we need to take steps here, 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 here to get to there. And then we'll be happy. But the interesting way of looking at it is to do the opposite, to flip it around and actually be in that vibration, be in that scenario or situation first and foremost. So be there before you can even physically see it with your eyes. If I had the opportunity, I'd like to go to a third world country just to change my perspective on money, because I have subconscious beliefs growing up that, okay, I can only make this much per year. I'm limited. I can never be that over there. Well, that's my beliefs from growing up. And I'm sure you guys have a lot of beliefs growing up that, you know, not against anything your parents, you know, they mean well for you and things like that. But that's just as a society, how we're taught and how we grow up, you know, just we're not taught to kind of go beyond our means a lot of times. We're not taught to think outside the box in a lot of cases. We're not taught because it's all we know. You know, if we come from a past life of poverty and things like that, that's all we know. We don't know what it actually feels like to be wealthy or have millions of dollars, you know. So the best advice is to be around somebody who has that money, to see what kind of things they do, how they're living, what their mindset is like. You know, maybe it's finding some sort of support group or something, or following a motivational speaker, an author, somebody who you resonate with, somebody who not idolize, but somebody who you really respect, and to follow them and to just fill your brain with more and more things like abundance, or fill your brain with stuff that you want. You know, what is the person who has what I want over there? What kind of life are they living? How are they acting? How are they dressing? You know, because you can only fake it so far. You know, you could say I'm being, but are you really? You're not really being, right? If you're doing the same thing every day and you're counting your pennies every day, you're not truly being in that abundance mindset, right? If you're always, when a bill comes in, you're always revert back to being depressed and anxious and overwhelmed, then you're not truly being in that abundant mindset. And your reality is going to reflect that. So I kind of went off on a tangent about money a little bit financially. For me, it's been a big thing to try and kind of undo some of my subconscious beliefs and stuff like that. And I'm sure for a lot of people, money is like a huge factor, right? Money and just being tied to worthiness, and just from a societal basis, right? It's a huge thing. A lot of people base our lives off of money to be happy. And then that's not necessarily the case. The more we live in it, the more we think about it, the more we surround ourselves with things, places, people that are living it, are doing it. You know, the more we change the neural circuits in our brain to think that way, then the more it's going to become a reality for us. So everything we want already exists. We're not manifesting anything per se. We just have to get on the right radio frequency with it, you know, and let it into our lives. So it's a lot about allowing. This is with the law of attraction. A lot of people get hung up on the third thing, which is allowing. So we're great at asking for things. We're great at wanting things, but we're never great at allowing things to come into our lives, because we have trouble with letting go. We don't let shit go. We fight and fight and fight and fight. We, you know, climb uphill all the time in our lives, and we just fight life. We take it, you know, in a death grip, and when things are not going our way, and we never allow things to actually come in. I mean, what we want could be 99.9% ready to come into our lives, but because we haven't seen it yet with our senses, we give it the death grip, and we resist, and we fight, and we try to make it happen. We force things rather than life just being what it is and letting things flow in their natural course, that we actually resist it and disallow it from coming into our lives. So that's why a lot of us don't see things come to fruition, because again, the universe is on this delayed way of method of, you know, our physical senses actually seeing what we want in that space of variations. So allowing is huge, and allowing is letting go of our death grip on life and just going with the flow, realizing that, you know, we have no need to really be impatient with stuff like this. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And it will happen. If we believe it'll happen in our hearts, not only in our heads, but in our hearts, both have to be aligned. We have to truly believe that we are that thing or that person, we have that lifestyle, then it's going to happen. We just have to allow it in. We have to allow it in, not let our egos get in the way, not let our impatience get in the way, saying, I don't see it yet, where is it? Because that's resisting again. That's resisting something that's about to come into your life. That is just our human mindset, where we're impatient people. We're impatient. I'm impatient too. You're impatient. We're all impatient. And it sucks, but we can allow it in. We can definitely help ourselves and create our reality and just let things be, and not manifest, but just getting aligned with that version of ourselves. And the more aligned we are with that version of ourselves, the more that is who we are. All right, so hopefully it wasn't too esoteric for you. I get off on a tangent because I love all this stuff, and I don't know, some people might think it's weird, or they think it's, you know, thoughts become things, that's bullshit, whatever. Well, thoughts don't become things. Our thoughts and our heart have to be aligned, and we have to allow it in, and then it'll become, or it's not that it becomes, it already is. It already is. Okay, so enough of that. I just get off on tangents with this kind of stuff because I love it. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.